We are currently aboard the Carnival Horizon, which is the first Carnival ship to sail out of Florida in 15 months. And we're here to tell you about the things that we loved
and the things we didn't like.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Jordan.
And I'm Jared.
And we are JJ Cruise. Before we get into this, if you could do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share it with a friend.
Share it with a friend.
Because we've got some things to talk about today in terms of Carnival's return to service in 2021.
Oh my goodness. We were so excited to be on board Carnival Horizon, the very first cruise ship to come out after the pandemic here out of Florida, the state of Florida, which we all know has had some interesting times.
Some rocky waters, if I may say. But let's just jump right into this. Should we start with the things that we didn't like?
Let's start with the things we didn't really like.
All right. Jumping right into number one, we got to talk about Embarkation. So we have now been on 3 different cruises in the last month with different various lines. Carnival's was by far the roughest, if I can say it that way.
Of course you can say it. We have to prepare everyone for what's to come. They were not prepared the same way that the other cruise lines were prepared, and what that meant is it was pretty much back to normal cruising, but with about 65 or 70% capacity of people trying to get on board.
Yeah, and everyone got a check-in time. However, that actually didn't matter because Carnival let anyone in at any time regardless of your check-in time. So what we found was when we went for our check-in time at 11:30, there was people there that were supposed to board at 12:30, at 1, at 2, all in the line ahead of us, which meant from car to ship, we were in line for close to 2.5 hours. And the line would go, and then it would stop because things were bottlenecking and things were just getting way too held up. And it was just this back and forth process. We've done this before. Like Jared said, this is like cruising before. We have been in long lines for Embarkation. We'd hoped it would be a little bit different. And we definitely give them grace because this is the first one out of Florida, but it was definitely something we didn't like.
I think Carnival will get it together for the next few cruises. I think they were just a little bit unprepared for the amount of people. They decided to not make people that came early wait in the sun, and instead the people that came on time waited in the sun. So that was a little bit of a hard pill to swallow, but let's move on. So point number 2, the casino bar is no longer available. Now, for anyone that is a gambler out there or likes to just partake in the slots or maybe a table game or video poker, you know that the casino bar is a happening spot. On Carnival cruise ships, it was a spot that you could grab a drink, you could smoke as well at. That's not available anymore.
They have actually removed the bar off of the Carnival Horizon and the Carnival Vista and replaced them with slot machines. Now, we understand that they did this to try and not have a bunch of people around a bar smoking at one time.
Social distancing,
but this has really backfired. There's no other place really on board that they are enforcing or trying to enforce social distancing, and instead, people are just sitting around the casino smoking, in various places and actually not playing. And in terms of getting service, we had free drinks at the casino because we were invited casino guests, and that means that we have to sit and wait on a server to come and take our order and then bring us the drink. It takes between 25 and 30 minutes to get a drink, and while you're sitting there, obviously the casino is expecting you to be playing, and within that amount of time, if you played slot machines, you can go through a lot of money. This is in comparison of just getting free drinks in the casino and being able to walk up to the bar whenever you'd like to have a drink. In my opinion, this is one of the worst decisions that Carnival has made, specifically because they tried to make it so they wouldn't have people smoking in one area, and instead, the casino itself has just kind of become a smoke box all throughout.
Yeah, and I would say one other point on this. This is not just for those that have free drinks in the casino only. It is for those people that have the drink package and are wanting to gamble before dinner. If they want to sit down at a slot machine, they might order a drink and it take 30 minutes before they get that drink. They might miss their dinner reservations, which has happened to us already twice on this cruise.
And we specifically feel bad for the crew that's serving in the casino because they're not doing a bad job. They are just so incredibly overwhelmed because you have all these people in there ordering drinks and wanting drinks and limited amount of wait staff that are able to actually fulfill those drink orders. The staff has been really amazing and very hospitable. It is not their fault that this has been enforced, but Carnival as a corporation, I think this was a bad move, and I hope that they hear a lot of voices in the future and make the change and put that bar back in the casino. Moving on to the third thing that we didn't like is the amount of time it takes to get your dinner. Both in the main dining room and the specialty restaurants, holy smokes.
Oh my gosh.
We are never in and out in under 2.5 hours. I think that's been our fastest turnaround time, which means we've missed shows, we've missed activities, we've missed things that we want to do. If you know anything about Carnival, you know it's the fun ship. They have so much activities and we love those, and we'll talk about those in the things that we loved aboard the ship. But we've had to miss out quite a bit because even when we ask for things to be sped up, they maybe get us out in 2.5 hours, and it's a long process. Again, I don't think that Carnival was prepared for the amount of people that were going to be on board this ship.
No, they definitely weren't prepared. And the other part of this is you're paying for a specialty dining experience. Most people don't want that experience to last past an hour and a half at the most. A lot of people like that to be in a tight hour time frame. That's why the shows on Carnival are less than an hour. So that is one reason why we have had some troubles in the dining room as well as in specialty dining. And we say at the very beginning, we're trying to get this show, can we have the fastest service possible? Bring it out when it's ready. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait till we're done eating the appetizer or whatever. We do this on a lot of cruise lines and it works pretty successfully. When we do it here, we are one of the fastest served as well. So note that last night in Gigi's, there was someone that waited 4 hours and actually ended up getting up and leaving because of their wait time. It is really just a preparation. I'm sure they'll get more staff on board, more crew on board, and be able to serve better. But as of right now, this is a thing we really do not like.
No, and again, the staff has been very hospitable and very kind. We're just talking about the processes and maybe behind the scenes changes that need to happen because the crew, of course, have been wonderful. They're here to serve us and they've done a lovely job. It's just the turnaround time of trying to get in and out of the meal. Whew, it takes a while.
All right, for number 4, our next point is the main production show, which is new, I believe, Vintage Pop is what it's called, and it's supposed to be kind of a flashback in time.
Kind of like a Great Gatsby.
Almost like Great Gatsby-esque
style.
Show. Yeah. Flapper era and everything. I will say we were really excited for this show because we love that era. Unfortunately, they were not prepared here either. The cast was kind of out of tune. Not kind of, they were out of tune. The dancing was all over the place. Here's the thing. We hope that this is just because it's the first sailing. Kinks are bound to happen on the first sailing. This is probably one of the first times they're doing it live in front of an audience. So we do believe this will get better. However, it might be coming down to casting here as well.
Moving into the next point here, this ship does feel crowded, and that is something that we just do not like. We keep hearing that the ship is sailing between 65 and 70%. And if you've met me, you've probably heard me say this. The one thing I don't like about Carnival is I feel that Carnival overpacks their ships. When you look at passenger count compared to gross tonnage of the ship, compared to other cruise lines, that is very true. Carnival does pack in these ships, and even at 70% capacity, the ship feels too crowded. The pools feel really crowded, there's bottlenecking in the hallways. Even at the comedy shows at night, if you don't show up early, you can't get a seat. So, while we are really enjoying our time overall, it is something that we do not like because we feel like the crowds are a little bit more than what we would prefer.
And here's the thing. It's still a party with less people on board. We're not losing the party atmosphere if we have less on board, but I could only imagine if it's 100%. I mean, the pools are shoulder to shoulder. Hot tubs sometimes are the same way. And when you only have 2 main pools, and people are in shoulder to shoulder and one of them's too deep on one side to get into, it's just not comfortable.
It's tough.
The next point that we don't really like about changes, we want to preface, this is probably more for safety than it is for actual changes that are long term, at least we hope so, but is getting our room service from twice a day down to once a day. This is different. We actually haven't had it on any other cruise line so far in 2021 for this change. But this is something that supposedly is only to keep the safety of the stateroom attendants. So for that reason, we are appreciative of that. We're okay with that, as long as it's just for now. If they continue this on into 2022, 2023, we would have some problems with this.
The difficulty is they only give you 2 towels in your room, and so if you're like us and you shower multiple times a day, you either find yourself reusing those towels or running out of towels. And of course, you can order more towels, but so far this week, every time we've asked for anything to be brought to our room, it hasn't happened.
Well, or it takes a long time.
Or it takes a very long time.
And we don't have the time on a cruise to wait for a towel. So this is just one of those things that we're sure it's just for now, but for now, it's definitely a dislike.
Speaking of the room, one other thing that I gotta mention is our TV. Our TV in the stateroom does not work. And that's okay. We did not come on a cruise to watch TV, but it is annoying because we like to see like the location of the ship. Sometimes we like to watch the port cams or the ship cams.
And to clarify, this is just the remote for the TV, but that's the most essential thing you need for the TV. The TV still turns on. You can still get to the main menu, but just to get anywhere in that main menu, you can't get anywhere. And this is not just us. We have listened to other people. This is a common thread for many staterooms.
Most people are saying that the remotes are not working in the rooms. They have replaced the remote with these clean remotes that most hotels have actually used. We've stayed in a lot of hotels so far this year that use these remotes. They work everywhere else. I'm not sure if these remotes on a cruise ship is the right solution because they just don't work. So if you're getting ready to come on Carnival Horizon this year in 2021, just know you might not be watching much TV. And again, that's okay, you're on a cruise. But if you do like to, turn into, Carnival has Turner Classic Movies, for example, then you're going to be a little bit bummed because you're not going to be able to actually watch that channel at all in your stateroom.
And our last point here, but this is kind of a big one, the layout of the ship. Now, this is our first time on Carnival Horizon.
And it's a beautiful ship.
It's a beautiful ship.
Beautiful ship.
However, the layout is kind of questionable sometimes. For example, you have to walk through the buffet to get to or from the pool. So, I mean, in my mind, if you're going to go from one pool to the other pool, you don't really want to have to go in your trip beach trunks or swimsuit through while people are eating at the buffet. Now, of course, we do know at the buffet, people do tend to go in their swim trunks, so it's not wild thought to have that. However, even to go to the bathroom, you have to come inside to the buffet area to go to the bathroom from the Tides pool. That just seems like a little weird of a layout plan.
Yeah, and I did see it today. I was walking from one pool to the other, and I hadn't gotten in the pool yet, and someone jumped out of the main pool, followed me into the buffet, did not use a towel, soaking wet, getting water everywhere as he walked through the buffet area, and it doesn't feel super sanitary, and it just feels a little strange. But that's one example. Also on deck 3, you can't walk from the aft to the forward without having to go to a different level. That is on other ships because I do believe the kitchen is there in the middle of the deck. But just some strange and very tight, narrow areas in the ship that there's a lot of bottlenecking that does occur, especially with the crowds that are here. Again, it's a beautiful ship. It's just maybe not our favorite layout.
All right, now for some of the things that we love about Carnival Horizon.
And we love
a
lot of things about this whole experience.
Oh my gosh, yes, especially dining. So we were recommended from some of our followers, but also some people in general on the ship to go to Gigi's. And let me tell you, it was well worth the $15 extra per person to pay. Gigi's was a fantastic meal. We loved every bite. We also went to the Italian restaurant on board as well, and it was worth the $15. I think it was dead on for pricing, $15 per person.
And it tasted good, but Gigi's was the best Asian food I have ever had at sea.
Yeah,
would you agree?
Delicious.
It was so good.
With meals from all across the Asian region, not just China, but across the region. We really did enjoy that. We do have a review either coming out or already posted. If we do have it already posted, we'll put it up above so you can click quickly to get to that review of Gigi's.
All right, the next thing that we love is Serenity. Serenity is the adults-only section on the
love
ship.
Serenity.
I love the fact that it is 21 and up. It is truly an adults-only area. On other ships, such as Royal Caribbean, Solarium, it's 16 and up. So you still might be sharing that area with teenagers. Serenity is adults only, and you can feel it. It is relaxing. The patio furniture up there is
lush.
I fell asleep up there yesterday. That's how great it is. They also have a couple of whirlpools that are not super hot. So they're perfect for just kind of like sitting back, feeling the bubbles on your skin, and looking out over the ocean, since you are on the highest point, at least that passengers can get to on the ship. So I loved Serenity. I think you did too.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great vantage point too. You get to see the ocean from up high. I mean, it's deck 15 if I remember right.
Yeah.
So it is really nice to see the ocean while you're in a whirlpool or while you're on a lounger just drinking a pina colada.
They also have a bar up there,
yes.
so you don't have to leave the area to go to another area to get a drink. They also have servers up there.
Ice water available for those that don't have the drink package. So it's just a really nice spot for the adults. This next one is always a fan favorite, and it's not that, rare for this to be a fan favorite, but Guy's Burger Bar. We love Guy's Burger Bar. I would say it's the best lunch I can have for free at sea. It is delicious, and we go so many times. It is so good.
Too many times,
maybe. But it's just one of those things that's available for you at all times while you're at the pool or while you're doing stuff like the sky ride. Anything at sea at day. During the day, it's just a nice place to go.
And it's fast. And they have the toppings bar.
It's delicious.
I'm a saucy person, so I love sauce on everything.
You are a saucy person.
And so they have they have the sweet heat sauce. They have their donkey sauce. Is that what it's called?
Yes, their donkey sauce.
It's amazing. We love Guy's Burger Bar, and we hope if you're coming on a Carnival ship soon, you better eat there, and you better say, JJ Cruise sent me. The next thing that we absolutely loved on the ship was the Limelight Lounge Comedy Club.
Oh my God.
We've had some incredible nights there, laughing our hearts away.
Lots of laughs.
We remember this from the last time we cruised Carnival. Carnival does comedy best. They bring in the best comedians, sometimes the most well-known comedians, and they're always so funny. And it doesn't matter what set you go to. The family friendly is just as funny as the adult. They're all so good. The comedians on the ship, there's been 4 of them, which that's also different. A lot of other ships will bring 1.
Other cruise lines
will just bring 1 for the week. We have 4, and they're all killing it. They are all so good. We love the comedy aboard.
And even just the Limelight Lounge is so cool. That venue is so cool.
It's really nice.
And it's large here. Like Jordan said earlier, it does get packed, so definitely arrive early to find the best seats. There are some seats that you can't have the best viewpoint, but it is such a nice lounge. And it turns into a club late at night, which I think is also a fun time.
Yeah.
But that Limelight Lounge and the comedy is just superb.
One of our favorites.
All right, this next one I'm so excited to say because we have not had this in 2021 yet. And we have been on multiple cruise ships already. And that is the comeback of Carnival Quest, as well as others like Love and Marriage Game Show, theme parties. It is so nice to be back at sea and have fun adult activities at late night available on a ship.
And again, Carnival is known for bringing the fun, and they have brought it back in a big way. We have not yet been bored at any event or activity that we've gone to. The fun is here.
The fun is here, and that is what Carnival does best, is activities, right? And Carnival has tons of fun for the whole family at all times. And for the adults, for us, we love some of the adult game nights and game shows and trivia that are on board, especially late at night. And it is back, baby.
The next one is one of my all-time favorites. Piano Bar 88 is here in Carnival Horizon, and it is so much fun. The piano players are insanely talented.
Yes.
They are providing us with late night entertainment every single night, and it's just so great. It's fun to sit around. They're taking requests. They're playing their own songs. They're improvising. They're singing little original tunes. We are both music people. We love music. We appreciate live music. And I can say that Carnival has hit it out of the park with this piano bar. And it's packed out every single night. I think It could be bigger just because a lot more people would want to go, but it's packed out every night, and we have a blast there, ending our nights here at sea.
Yes, I would say with this piano bar, if you don't know what to do at night, see if the piano bar is available. You know, if there is a performer there, you'll have a blast, and you won't even realize that it's been 3 hours just because of how much fun you have in the piano bar at sea. So those are the things we disliked and liked, but in the general recommendation, Carnival Horizon has been a good time for us. It might not be for everyone though, and we want to make sure that we kind of get a general demographic here of what we think would be best.
If you are a family coming on board and you're looking for a lot to do for the kids and for the parents, Carnival is a great option. Typically, Carnival is very budget friendly, and in terms of what you get in exchange for activities, it is very much worth the price.
Now, if you're coming here as an adult's getaway, maybe just the two of you on a romantic honeymoon or something like that, it's not as relaxing of an experience, and you might want to choose maybe a different cruise, maybe even a different cruise line for that experience. If you are going to come on Carnival Horizon, definitely book a Havana cabin. That will be much more relaxing, much more secluded area for you to get away with your significant other. But if you are looking for that fun and looking for that party atmosphere, Carnival Horizon definitely brings that to the ship.
They absolutely bring the fun. And there's no fun lacking here, I can tell you that for sure. I do just also want to make a little disclaimer that with our dislikes at the beginning, we're just here to be honest and tell you about our experience and things that we didn't like. I want to just say that we are now in a time that's ever changing in terms of travel, and especially cruise travel. Things are going to change, things are going to evolve and shift. And I just want to make sure that you understand we're not here to be critical. We're here to tell you about our experience and our experience alone. And, who knows, next week, things might be different.
We hope that this is just something you can take as a bit of information to plan for your cruise.
All right. That was a lot of information. We hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end.
Yes,
we love you and appreciate you for it. Again, we are JJ Cruise. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, ring the bell.
Yes, because we want to bring you as much cruise content as possible, and the only way we can do so is grow our community of cruise lovers, cruise obsessed
like lovers,
just like us.
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate all of the love. And until next time.
See ya.
See ya.